A time-traveling cop come back to set things right, but this time it's not Jean-Claude Van Damme. We watched Continuum. Stay tuned to hear what we thought. Welcome back to Cheers and Jeers, where we review some of the best and the worst film and TV of the last few decades. Before we go any further, please take a chance to smash that like button. It really helps us grow this channel. Share and subscribe if you like what you see. It's greatly appreciated. And if you have any recommendations for us to review, please leave them in the comments below. Now, a quick warning, we will possibly be engaging in a few mild spoilers, but most of the shows we're reviewing are a number of years old, so at this point everything's fair game. Consider yourself warned. Continuum premiered in the year 2012. It was on the Showcase Network in Canada, and it lasted for 4 seasons with a total of 42 episodes. That's 10, 13, 13, and a final season of just 6 episodes. It was filmed in Vancouver, and the story is also set in Vancouver, which is nice. Vancouver does a double duty masquerading as everything from New York City to Seattle, and it's nice to see it actually portrayed as itself for once. The main character is Kira Cameron, portrayed by the actress Rachel Nichols, who does an excellent job. She has a very strong vibe as a young Jodie Foster type image. Continuum is basically a 1-hour police drama, and Cameron is a regular cop from 65 years into the future who finds herself suddenly thrust back to present day and trapped here alone, and she has thrust back with her 8 members of a future terrorist group who she now has to hunt down, as she also tries to solve the puzzle of how to get home again. She runs into a teenage whiz kid named Alec Sadler, who in her future becomes a giant tech mogul along the lines of a Elon Musk or a Bill Gates, perhaps. But in present day, he's just living in his parents' house and is just your average teenager who happens to be a computer whiz kid. There are some familiar faces in supporting roles you might recognize from some other TV series. The acting and the writing and production value are all very competent all around, as we've come to expect in recent years out of a lot of things that come out of Vancouver. There are some cliches. The Alex Sadler character is a little bit of a cliche teenage computer geek character. The show very much follows the buddy cop formula with a sci-fi twist that we've seen in a few other productions, like most notably iZombie, Alien Nation, and the recent Will Smith movie Bright. In each case where you have a protagonist that's got some sort of either special power or supernatural trait, and they're paired with a plain vanilla cop, and the two of them fight crime together, and sometimes there's either a culture clash between the two because of the supernatural nature of the one, or if that special power is kept secret, then that becomes kind of a tension, keeping that secret from the partner, and that plays out in Continuum too. She's the future cop, Kira, is keeping her identity as a time traveler secret. She portrays herself as just an American cop visiting from Portland, and she basically suckers the local Vancouver Police Department into letting her essentially join the force and partner with one of their officers. And Yeah, eventually her secret comes out later in the series after a time, but time travel is a very central part of the premise of this show, which at the beginning was a red flag for me because you a lot of times you have a show with time travel as a premise, it really wreaks havoc with the storytelling. You get causality paradoxes, and it can take you out of the experience a little bit because it's inevitably you get a character explaining either to the camera or to another point of view character a lot of exposition about grandfather paradoxes and other stuff we've heard a million times before, and they've got to explain away reasons why the story doesn't make sense, and paradoxes and such. They did a decent job of glossing over a lot of that in this show and not getting bogged down in those details, but just staying with the emotional story that they're trying to tell. And I appreciated that, so I rank it amongst one of the better time travel stories that have been made. They did give the story a proper conclusion. It was scheduled to be canceled mid-story, but the network did allow them to come back for that final 6-episode season to wrap up their story. They had to do it in a little bit accelerated fashion. They wrapped up the story a little bit quicker than what the writers were hoping to do, but they did tie it up. So they didn't leave the fans hanging. They gave us a nice solid conclusion at the end that I think most viewers would be happy with. So I really enjoyed the whole show. It was a very competently produced show, and I would give it a solid recommendation. Solid cheers from me. You can find it on Amazon, and let us know what you thought in the comments below. If you've seen it, if there's anything about the show that you think I've missed, please let us know. And as usual, please share this video, subscribe, and smash that like button. It really does help the channel. And what would you like to see us review in the future? Leave some feedback, let us know. But until next time, keep cheering and jeering.